Hello everyone and welcome to Exam B. So in this video we are going to talk about the SEBI IT recruitment of year 2022. So this recruitment is done now and the joinings are also done. The thing is there are many questions which we need to check before applying for 2023 exam. Hopefully we are expecting that in 2023 the IT vacancies in SEBI are going to come out. So keeping that in mind, we are coming up with this video so that some of the questions will get answered regarding the cutoff, the pattern of the exam, and how many candidates actually appeared, how many candidates are going to qualify for phase 2 and then for phase 3, and how exactly the final cutoffs are. So we are going to discuss all those things in this particular video. So let's first understand the pattern of the exam. So coming to the pattern of the exam, first is the phase 1 that you have to clear. This particular exam is qualifying in nature, and as you can see there are two papers, paper 1 and paper 2. In paper 1 you will be having your general awareness, your English, quants, and your reasoning. This will account you for 100 marks and you have to complete it in 60 minutes, and the cutoff will be 30%. So out of 100 you have to score minimum 30 in order to qualify paper 1. Then for paper 2 you will have a MCQ based paper, and this will be based on your specialized subject, that is IT here. So here again you will be having 100 marks in 40 minutes and you have to get 40% as the cutoff. So for paper 1 and paper 2 you will have individual cutoffs of 30 and 40% respectively, and combining these two all together, out of 200 you should be able to score 40%, that is 80. So if you manage to score above the cutoffs, let's say 30 and 40 individually, so it will account totally 70%. Then you will not be able to fulfill the aggregate cutoff. So in order to fulfill the aggregate cutoff, you have to either score 10% more in paper 1 or in paper 2, or 5% in paper 1 and paper 2. So this is the way how you have to plan your phase 1. It is only qualifying in nature, it will not get added in your final merit list. So you can be just like very calculative and just according to the pattern of the exam you can just try your mock test and everything. Now coming to the phase 2, once you qualify for phase 1, you will be allowed to write phase 2, and in phase 2 again you have to write two papers. Paper 1 will be English descriptive and it will account for 100 marks in 60 minutes, and you have to get 30% as the individual sectional cutoff of English. That will be descriptive. Here you will be having three questions, and these three questions will be essay, précis, and your letter writing. So these three things will be there, and individually you have to get 30% here in paper 1. Then in paper 2 it will be related to IT stream only, and the languages which are allowed here are C++, Java or Python. This will be a paper of 100 marks and you will be getting 210 minutes. This particular thing is recently changed in this particular notification of 2022, where you are getting extra 30 minutes without typing, just to read the questions. So you were getting basically 9 questions, and out of those 9 questions you have to attempt 6 questions. So for reading those 9 questions you are getting extra 30 minutes, and once that 30-minute timer expires, you are allowed to have 180 minutes to write your coding test. So the duration of coding test will be 180, and a separate timing of 30 minutes will be given to you. So this thing is basically the time where you are going to decide which all questions out of 9 you have to attempt, how you're going to write your algorithm, the pseudocode. You can do everything in this particular 30 minutes, and once the timer starts you have to start writing your code and check whether they are passing the desired number of test cases or not. So here in paper 2 you have to get the aggregate cutoff as 40%, and this is must to do. Okay, and currently this particular year 2022 people were getting more than 90 marks out of 100 in the coding paper, because of the pattern of the exam is getting lenient a little bit. Also the parakshak is now more friendly as it was compared to like 2021. So things are very much sorted here in the coding paper. So overall you have to get 50% aggregate combining paper 1 and paper 2. So individually 30% and 40%, but overall it should be 50%. So either you have to increase your score in paper 1 or in paper 2 by 10%. Okay, one thing that we would like to make a note on is like the paper 1 of phase 2 used to happen in phase 1 only. So when you are going to write your phase 1 paper, after your phase 1 paper is over, you will be allowed to write your paper 1 of phase 2, but the marks accounted will be after the phase 2 is getting over. So the thing is like, first you qualify phase 1, then your English descriptive paper will be checked, and if you pass 30% cutoff in your English descriptive paper, you are going to write paper 2. Okay, so this paper 1 which is reflecting in phase 2 is actually going to take place during the phase 1 only, but the accountability of marks will happen after the phase 2. So this is one of the pattern change that happened this year. After that thing, there are some data which is released by SEBI, and the data here is like how many number of candidates in paper 2 of phase 2 examination, which was held on 24th of September 2022. How many of candidates were basically the part of this particular process? Appeared, basically, not just qualified, appeared. So for information technology, here you can see the category wise number of candidates who actually appeared for the phase 2. Okay, you can see total it was 449, and the vacancies were having the backlog of previous year, and total vacancies were around 24 to 25. So you can see for competing for the post of 24 vacancies, you are having 449 people which are going to write the phase 2 paper. So this is the kind of competition that you're going to have in your phase 2. Now the next data which is released by SEBI is the thing related to the paper 1 of phase 2 examination, which was held on 27th of August, and paper 2 held on 24th of September, sorry. So here you can see how many vacancies are there. So you can see 14 vacancies were there, and then there were the backlog vacancies. So you can see for UR category, that is unreserved, you are having 11. For AWS 1, and for OBC, ST and SC, there are 5, 3 and 4 respectively. So you can see how many candidates are basically required to for phase 3. So it is 3 times the number of vacancies. So out of let's say you can see here how many UR category people applied. So 277 people appeared in phase 2, and out of 277 people, there will be only 33 people who are going to appear for the interview. So this is the ratio, this is the cutthroat competition that you have to pass in order to give the interview. Once you are in the interview round, the ratio is 1:3. So now out of these 33 students, 11 will be getting selected because there are 11 vacancies. Okay, so it is 1:3 ratio. So now this particular thing is little bit easen out in your interview, but still interview is an elimination round, and we have seen many candidates who have been eliminated just because they were not so suitable during the interview. So you cannot assume that okay, if you are going to give your interview and the ratio is 1:3, you cannot be so much pretty much sure until unless you have marks in your hand, and the marks are going to get released after the recruitment drive is over. So the thing is like you have to treat every round as an elimination round, and you cannot take any round for granted. Okay, so this is the marks and the number of ratios which we have to keep in mind in order to know more about the recruitment process. And you can see the number of the marks basically obtained by the shortlisted candidates are like what. So there are 85.34, that is under the unreserved category, the marks, things and everything. Okay, so this is about the marks and the ratios. Now the next data by the SEBI is the IT stream minimum marks secured by the last selected candidate. So you can see here what data you are going to have. You are having 83.36 under the unreserved category. Okay, so this is the thing which is scored by the last selected candidate, which is going to sit in SEBI and serve the organization. So this is the data according to your category. You can just take a call. The thing is like you may belong to any category, but the competition there will be cutthroat. Okay, so it will be more in unreserved as compared to other categories, but yes, depending upon their individual categories, the seats are less and the competition ratio is again the same. So even if you belong to some category, but when the recruitment process is so like striking and so like very handful number of vacancies are there, so you cannot rely just on your category as well. You have to prepare in a very specific manner and to the point in order to clear every round of this particular recruitment of SEBI. So this was all about from my side for this particular video, and I hope you like this video, and this particular video gave you some insights about the hidden data of SEBI and the recruitment process. So At last, if you like this video, please do hit the like button, and if you are still an unsubscribed user, hit the subscribe button to get the regular update. Hit on the bell icon, and if you want to write anything to us, you can write it in the comment section, or you can reach out to us hello@exambi.com, or the number which is shown on the screen right now. Also, you can visit the site exambi.com for more updates and to get a look how our SEBI IT course is all about. So you can more like subscribe for the demo course and can check what this particular notification is all about. So that was all from my side. See you in the next video.